So why do you think this resonated so much with folks of every strata, every economic class, and everyone in between?
I think two things came up for me intuitively. One was this enduring mental health crisis that we are in. People are responding appropriately with mental health struggles to war, to political fear and dread, to racism, to loneliness epidemic, among other things. And then there's also the Elmo part. There are these associations to Elmo of nostalgia, childhood, safety, security. So for me, that really speaks to the need for safety and genuineness to allow people to open up. Elmo really spoke to everybody's inner childs, and their inner adults, came out and unloaded.
Yeah, without a doubt. Now, in a situation like that, when you're supposed to ask questions to check in with your friends, are you really prepared for the answers? And if you're not prepared, what can you do?
So it's funny, I think a lot of that thread with Elmo was infused with humor and irony, because typically we do come across the more stereotypical conversations of how are you, good, and we're not prepared for the answer. And so I think we do need to kind of set the stage of safety for people to be able to have those conversations. Clearly there's a high need out there to be invited to a deeper discussion on how am I. And I think people are really looking for resources and accessible mental health support as well.
And that's ultimately what Elmo's account did, offer resources.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're a New Yorker. You know you're a New Yorker when you say, "You good?" Because you don't really want to know the answer. You good? Okay, you're not good.
It's supposed to get a nod and a yes and a fist
right.
bump and move on.
And then
right?
you keep it moving on. But clearly it's not. What are some suggestions that you have for folks about how to handle something like this?
I think if this thread has, this cultural moment has brought up anything for us, it's the need to check in a way that is genuine, not just with others, also ourselves, right? Doing a mental health inventory with ourselves regularly, asking for help more often, and that sometimes involves feeling the fear and doing it anyway. You are worthy of support, though. You deserve it. I also think, we spend a lot of our time in work settings, so employers, we are looking for empathic, compassionate communication. Your employees will be better for it, and their mental health. And I think in the city, which is where we are here, resources.
Lots of resources everywhere. You are one of them, because I have called her at crazy hours of the night. It is true. Olivia, thank you so much for joining us.
Yes, and Marysol, I actually have a surprise for you.
She's got an Elmo.
I've got an Elmo.
Stop it right now.
Nice.
I brought this for you.
That is awesome.
Because Elmo has sad days too. We all do.
Thank
That's
you
beautiful.
so much.
Yeah.
I love it.